Right, for the second part of our project, we are going to be creating some custom shapes in Photoshop. For this, we are going to use this picture of Mario as an example, and you can find your own images to make shapes of at another time. One thing to keep in mind is you want to have a good contrast between your subject and the background so that the quick selection tool works properly. So the first thing you want to do is with the quick selection tool, you want to go through and highlight all of the different parts of Mario. Now with this particular image, you want to make sure you get the details like the eyes, the buttons, and everything selected. Once you have that, you need to go to Plugins or Window, and then Paths. Once that window is open, you can see down here, the window is blank, but you have these buttons down at the bottom. And what we are going to do is use this button right here, Make Work Path from Selection. And when you click on it, also click or hold down the Alt key on your keyboard. What that will do is it will bring up this window called Make Work Path, and it'll have a tolerance value there. Right now the tolerance is set to 2, and if we hit OK, you can see that it doesn't have a very large number of points. So what that's going to mean is it's not going to be a very detailed outline. If you instead hold Alt, click, and then select something like 0.5 pixels as your tolerance, you can see that there are a lot more points that it selects from, which should give a much more detailed image. Once you have that, you can see that we also have a work path that has been created. And once that has been set, we want to go to Edit, Define Custom Shape, and give it a name. Once you have a shape with a custom shape that's been created with a name, you can go into either your working document or just a new document. Once you're in that document, you want to go to Windows and Shapes. It'll open up the Shapes property here. You will have some folders in there that are default to Photoshop. You will also possibly have one called Legacy Shapes and More. And down near the bottom, you will also have shapes that have not been sorted into a folder yet. This is where all of your custom shapes will be located. To use them, you just click and drag it out onto your screen. You can see that it's going to create just a black and white image. Once that has been set, you can click on your canvas to deselect it. Once you've done that, you can modify the fill properties to give it whatever color you might like. It also defaults to having an outline, so you can turn that off or leave it on depending on what you're looking for. And once you've done this, what I'd like for you to do is to please try to incorporate it into the design that you have and see if you can come up with a final product that has a cohesive look, that has a custom shape, and that includes your font that we set last class.